So today we are going to try and install this winch on Louie's Jeep. We actually started yesterday and we had kind of run into a problem where we couldn't get the bolts to actually start. So what we use is these little square nuts go into slots here. And if you can look in there, when we try to put the bolt in, the nut would raise up. See how there's slop in there? And we just couldn't get it to start because it was just moving around too much. So the solution I've come up with is to take a piece of cardboard, a piece of dental floss on the end, take up that space, so now it doesn't move around, and hopefully we can get the bolt to start. There you go. We'll give it a shot. I'll try and take better pictures this time. Okay. Oh, that's the top of your head. Another consideration we have to worry about is how we're going to route this wiring. So there's really no room between the grill and the bumper to route that out. So I'm almost thinking we're going to be stuck putting it way over here and having to figure out how to get it back inside the frame rail. Now, let's get this thing bolted on first. Figure that out later. Alright, good news is we got all 4 bolts started. My little trick wasn't the problem. The problem was because we have an additional fairlead to bolt on, that the split washers were causing us not to have enough length on the bolt. So we took the split washers off and we put on some blue Loctite. Hopefully that gets us. We'll just have to keep checking it for torque. Alright, we were able to get it bolted down. We were able to get some space in there, enough to get the cables down through. So let me get under here and show you what we got. So we've come down between the bumper and the grill right there. We missed all the hot stuff. Routed it up over this front frame rail. Right there. Let me see if I can get on the back side here. And then we've gone up right there. See that? And then up on the back side of the airbox. Let me jump up there real quick. And then we've come up on the back side of the airbox. Got just enough cable to go to the ground right there. And we're going to mount his on-off switch up here somewhere. I highly recommend you do that. Don't go straight to the battery. In case your winch decides to run away. I've had that happen to me before. So you want a positive break of power so you can stop that from happening. Okay, we got things buttoned up top here. Ran our cables up here. Just routed them this way. We put his hot cables inside the on-off switch. And the ground goes right to the ground lug right here. Through the on-off switch up to there. Just so you know, you do have to find a bolt for the ground to go right here. So I dug through my magic bag of hardware and I found something. So now we're to the point where we are just going to go ahead and give her a dry run. I spooled the winch line out through the fairlead, and the fairlead itself, this part is included, but we had to get a fairlead mounting bracket, and got that from Harbor Freight. And if you don't already know, this is a Harbor Freight Badland Apex 12,000. Probably a little bit overkill for a 2-door, but better safe than sorry. There you go. That's it. There you have it. It's all done. It didn't take us as long as I thought it would. The hardest hardest part of that was getting the bolt started, as I explained earlier. So instead of using a split washer, we're using some blue Loctite. But other than that, works great. Talk to you later.